Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies all in rotation. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate.
Okay.
They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down. No. Got a view to myself. Yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a.
What up? What up? What up? What up? I do not know why it won't even do the intro, bro. It won't even do my intro. So look, we're live, burn live, y'all. Marijuanically keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers eye red, keeping underage smoking off of social media. Definitely killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with friends and family, starting a conversation. Oh my God, I don't know why my camera not working. But welcome to another Burn Live show, y'all. I have new guests up in here. We didn't get to do the intro, which is so weird to me. I got 7 days to normally up in here. Welcome in. I got C. Marie. Welcome, welcome everybody. I got James up in here now. Yo, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad y'all can make it.
Yo, what's good?
What up, 902?
7 days, bro. 7 days, bro.
Oh, 7 days now. All right.
Yeah,
YouTube ads is made for your business.
Hold on.
So, y'all, I would like to start off by everybody get a minute, 20 seconds, introduce yourself, what you up to, what you've been up to, what you're doing, what you represent, where can people find you at. If we can go around the room, it doesn't matter who starts first. I would just appreciate everybody can give a little time to introduce themselves.
James Lone Star Matter. 30 years old, Maryland. Republican, working, Christian, Cowboys. That's it.
Okay, that's cool. I appreciate it.
Marie Creations, Georgia, creative designer. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. I appreciate it. And my name is Michael. I go by Capiche. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. I love talking about political.
Whoa.
Yo.
95210. I mean, 7 days. Let people know where they can find you, what you be on.
Oh, man, y'all can find me on Instagram at 7 days. You know what I'm saying? 7 days. It's like 3 Z's at the end. I'll be on Instagram, man. Got my YouTube channel. 7 days on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Me and Burn Life did an interview on there, so y'all could go ahead and check out that. It's really breaking down his life, you know what I'm saying, and how he came up in the podcasting. So y'all go ahead and go to my YouTube channel, 7 Days on YouTube, you dig? And then y'all could also, like I said, follow me on Instagram at 7 Days. I'm popping.
All right, I appreciate that. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, man. Or y'all could come to the shop too, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that a little later, man. We got the shop going crazy. If y'all ever in Las Vegas, y'all could tap in, DM me on Instagram, and y'all could pull up to the shop, man. We got the clothing brand going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Designer clothes. You know what I'm saying? We got the women's fashion. You dig? We got purses and bags and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we got a little bit of everything in Las Vegas, man, right here, man. DM for the Addy. You can pull up anytime, any place. You know what I'm talking about? We 7 days a week, you know what I'm saying? So we are open every day. You know what I'm saying? We do have appointment only. So y'all most definitely gotta make it y'all appointment. Y'all can tap in with the kid to dig, you know what I'm saying? And you can come up, you know what I'm saying, just like that. But it looked like his thing is tripping, you feel me? So I'm gonna be the host for today. Okay. So I'm gonna be the host for today, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be jumping into a few topics, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and quarterback this thing. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, y'all can follow me today. You know what I'm saying? It's the takeover. You know what I'm saying? As they trying to get their stuff going on, you feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and quarterback this situation, head coach
Bro,
this
I
thing.
just
You know what I'm talking about? Yes, man, it's the 7 day show.
it's a 7 day shout. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be up here with no camera, which sucks to me. I don't get it. You know, I don't know. Maybe I should have came over to the studio.
Yeah, pull up, bro. It's good.
Boy, who got all that bass? We all about that bass, no trouble.
I think that's James over there.
Yeah, bro. If you need to come over, you can come over, bro.
I know. I just don't. I really got to see what's up with my computer, bro. This is weird. Like any other time everybody's seeing each other. I'm you know what we can do over here. Can't even show what we can do over here because my camera not working.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start your summer at the Raceway. And for the turns
Oh,
220
okay. Who who got a TV on?
Not me.
That was weird. Yeah, now look, we not that sensitive over here, but YouTube is sensitive when it comes to other people's copyright. Now we can cuss, fart, and talk about things that Toxic cannot talk about. That is true. We can. I love it over here, but one thing we cannot do is bring other people's content and music over here. That's one thing we can't do. Now, today's topic. You know what? Nope. We are at least going to start off with some marijuana news. I got to start off with the news. I can't switch it up, or I'll never get in order of how I want to run this doggone show. That's crazy. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all showing y'all, telling people about us, telling people where they at. The first 15, 20 minutes, I would definitely like to go over news and stories and things that are going on. Oh, I got a story right here that I'm finna pull up. Hopefully, it's from 5 days. State House passes bill for legislating adult marijuana use. Interesting.
What if recording high quality content star was as simple as hitting record? With Riverside, it's just that.
Bill will now head to the Republican-controlled state Senate. Fox 43's James Corrigan spoke with lawmakers on both sides of the issue. He joins us now with implications of the bill.
Well, Evan, the passing of the bill has seen two very different reactions from leaders and lawmakers. Governor Josh Shapiro welcomed the news in his statement, saying he hopes the final agreement can come to his desk, while Republican State Senator Dan Laughlin tweeted that the deal, as it currently stands, is, quote, dead on arrival. This all after the passing of a bill that gets Pennsylvania the closest it's been to legalizing recreational marijuana.
Majority required by the Constitution having voted in the affirmative, the bill passes.
With that, State House Bill 1200 to legalize recreational marijuana in the Commonwealth passed the House by one vote, with all 102 Democrats supporting and all 101 Republicans opposing. The vote came after a lengthy debate over safety and financial benefits, with supporters saying the criminalization of marijuana has had far-reaching consequences for both social justice and public safety, while opponents say legalizing what they believe to be a dangerous substance could lead to severe personal consequences.
Marijuana, very clearly, is less dangerous than tobacco or alcohol, both of which are legal and regulated. And marijuana also, the prohibition of marijuana, has led to serious health consequences.
This bill is about legalizing an industry whose highly potent product is known to impair judgment, reduce productivity, increase addictions.
The bill would create a first-in-the-nation.
They kill me when they say increase addictions. Like, there's no statistic that shows that marijuana increases addictions in other forms and shapes or lead to other pharmaceuticals that you can enhance. They be killing me when they say that, bro.
What you mean it can't lead to other addictions? It could.
It can, but most times if it leads to another addiction, it's not the actual plant that's not leading you to another addiction. It's your depression and whatever you're going through that you so-called cannot handle that leads you to other addiction. I'm not finna blame it on the marijuana. No.
It is the marijuana, bro.
And what is your stand? How do you stand by that? What is your evidence?
My evidence is food. Let's start there. Food is very addicting. Very, very addicting. The chemicals and all that stuff they put in this processed food here in America is very addicting. So when you get the smoking and you're getting lit, that's going to cause you to have the hunger, the munch. They call it the munchies. That's going to cause you to have the munchies. And now you're eating more food. So now you're addicted to food as well as addicted to marijuana.
James, what you think about it, bro? You think that marijuana actually is the cause of leading to? Never mind. He's a little busy. We'll come back to him. Marie, what you think? Because I want to hear your point because you have stopped. So I mean, of course, if you stopping this from whatever reason is, so what do you think? You think marijuana does lead you to other addictions, to other things besides food porn?
It's kind of iffy. It's like if you have addictive personality, yeah, it will lead you into other things. They say it's the gateway drug, so.
But they used that word. Okay, gateway drug was used in the 70s. That was a 70 term, I think, to scare tactic us into not growing up. Because y'all, we talking about an industry that's competing with any other business out there on the market for a stock market and stuff like that. So you don't hear that. So my question to y'all, is Tylenol addictive?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you have an addictive personality already, anything, you could be addicted to anything. Sex, food, eating, like you could be addicted to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And especially if people smoke marijuana and like tobacco. So now you're getting addicted to the nicotine as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you're rolling up backwoods or swishers,
what is it they be putting in there? Guava?
Yeah, grab a leaf. Now you're not addicted to weed anymore. Now you're addicted to weed and tobacco.
Bro, I super hate people because last job that I worked at, I had a little part-time job, just make a little extra money at this little warehouse. And bro, dude put tobacco and weed in a pipe and hit it. Like, bro, you want to hit this? Nah, I won't be able to breathe.
Yep. In New York, I met somebody from New York. He told me that they'll roll like a paper and then they put weed in there and then they put tobacco in there. So, and they call it something. but it's white. It's like the regular zigzag paper, but with weed and tobacco, and they roll it like that, and they smoke it like that.
And they
Man, I
addicted
forgot
to
what
it.
I forgot what they used to call it in New York.
Yeah, so now you're addicted to tobacco, and you smoking weed caused you to be addicted to tobacco, and that's why when I smoke, like I stopped smoking tobacco, and you notice a big difference because you're like, damn, you really think you want to smoke a lot for people that smoke a lot. Like I was a heavy smoker, so people that smoke a lot, you think that you want to smoke the weed, but you're really addicted to the tobacco. That's why you keep wanting to keep smoking, keep smoking, keep smoking. It's not the weed that you want to keep smoking. You want to keep smoking them swishers.
Hey, watch your language over there. 7
Oh, you
days.
don't like that language? You didn't like that? I was a cuss word swisher.
No, I didn't like that. I didn't like the S word you used at the end. That's all.
What, swisher?
Yeah.
Why? Because you smoke swishers, huh?
You know it. You know it. I feel like you're
So, and,
calling
still,
me
and
out.
let me keep it real, bro. How many blunts can you smoke in one day?
Technically, I only really truly like to smoke when I go live. So, how many times do I go live a day?
I don't know, bro. So you got to answer that.
Well, technically, I only go live once a day. So I really only smoke once. Like this last month and a half, and I can really testify to this last month and a half, I only been smoking once a day.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, you probably kind of coming back, but yeah, it be them
I don't
swishers.
like cigarettes.
Now do this. Now smoke that same once a day without tobacco, and watch see what happens.
I'm gonna smoke more.
Exactly, because you really is fiending for the tobacco.
No, because for one, I don't like papers. Two, everything else is harsh, so I'm not gonna get the contact.
Yeah, because you.
Those gravel leaves and all those backwoods, that stuff is harsh for my throat.
Yeah, but that just proves the point of what I was saying, that it is an addicting marijuana. It is very addicting, very very addicting, to the point to where you got to smoke once a day every time you do a podcast. You addicted, bro.
But I don't podcast every day, do I? No. But okay, I see what you're saying. But then
Yeah.
in the same token, it does sound like you and I know you're not. Once again, I know you're not, but it sounds like you're against the legalization. Like I said, I know you're not because you're not, but it just sounds like, and trust me, when there's certain rules and laws come up, because I got another story I'm gonna bring up in a second, I might be against it. You know what I'm saying? I'm against certain states getting recreational. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I say it like this, bro. You could be with marijuana being legalized, but that don't mean you have to be with everything they say about it. Just because I'm cool with it being legal, that don't mean I gotta agree to everything they say about it. And if I don't agree with a certain thing, then I mean I'm against the whole thing. You feel me?
No,
Nah.
yeah. But
You
that's
know
why I just put that out there because that's what it sounds.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so we
yes,
gotta still
do this on my
be
TikTok.
real though. No matter
Yeah.
if we want something legal or not legal, you still gotta be honest about it. You feel me? Even I want it legal because you know what I'm saying, certain reasons, but we gotta keep it real. It does make you addicted as well. That's real. That's just being honest. No matter if I like it or not. You know what I'm saying? I like soda, but you gotta be real about it. You know, it got a lot of sugar in it.
Soda. Yes, sir. I get it.
You
I
still got to
get you.
be honest, you know, because see, this the thing though. We will like something so much that we start being delusional about it and start thinking that it's hella cool when it's not. You know what I'm saying? You can easily
Uh-huh.
be like, "Oh, I like it so much." You can smoke crack, and the crackhead would tell you how much they like crack so much. So it's like you gotta be real, bro. It's bad.
Hey, this show is going a little bit better than what I expected. I highly appreciate y'all coming through. This was worth it. This was worth it. All right, y'all. This is Texas lawmakers still deciding legal on marijuana, on medical marijuana ban in Texas. Now I wish I brought Flo up because Flo really need to. Flo need to hear this.
This medical marijuana dispensary, located in South Austin, is one of 3 operating under a state license. Since the program began in 2018, it's estimated about 110,000 people have been helped. This highly regulated business is now ready to grow, according to Texas Original CEO Nico Richardson.
We're very hopeful that our case has been heard now by the legislature. They understand that the people we are helping are some of the most necessary medical patients in Texas.
Back in April, the House Public Health Committee voted out HB 46. Tuesday, in the state Senate, a companion bill, SB 1505, was ready for its floor debate. The legislation increases the number of licensed medical cannabis dispensaries from 3 to 6. It also allows for the license holders to sell.
That is starting to be one of my main problems I'm having with legalization, that it's only limiting people to come on here to become a dispensary owner, to get in this industry. Now, there is, I do believe Pennsylvania or South Carolina, one of those two states, is making it easier for local consumers to get into this business industry. And it's the business part that the legalization of marijuana is starting to get on my nerves just a tad little bit. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. Texas can go medical, but I do not believe they should go recreational. My opinion. I have a lot to back that up when they have more border crossing problems. Well, not no more, but they have a trafficking problem just like any other state, especially them down south states. Y'all trafficking problem is horrible. Horrible. But it does sound like Texas is not going to be going recreational or medical no time soon. Like, you remember Marie, that dude, that Kansas City, Missouri dude, he was talking about how Missouri is supposed to be in the last state and all that stuff. I knew when people were saying those rumors like that Missouri wasn't going to be last. I had a funny feeling that it wasn't going to be last for a simple fact. Missouri, the Midwest is always looking to grow their business and for a state-wise. You know what I'm saying? If Missouri, Kansas City, anything they find out makes their state money, they're down to do it. And then Missouri tries to do everything before Chicago. And if Chicago definitely do it, Missouri definitely going to copy out for them. So it's just like, it just depends on who does what first. Man, okay, y'all. I'm making sure we good. Are we good? We good? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if
make it legal. Let's just make it legal. It's already halfway there. Let's just get it done. Let's just be done with this. Let's talk about something else. Make marijuana legal.
But each state has to figure out how to make money off of it and what the funds go to.
Only one way to make money off of it, you sell it. There's only one way.
Okay, what is your taxpayer money gonna go to that you pay your taxes into?
I mean, they don't. We spend a lot of tax money. We learned this with those. They don't do nothing right with our tax money. They just keep it. So just keep the money, bro. Just do what y'all been doing. Y'all been keeping our tax money. Y'all been buying houses and mansions and shit. Do the same thing with the weed.
Buy the houses and buy the batcher?
Yeah.
All right. James look like he tried to come back up in here.
Yeah, the tax money, they don't spend our tax money on nothing. So
he said, "Hey, that's funny." He said, "You seen what Doge did? Come on, man. Let's quit playing, man. Doge
yeah, let's not play like we don't know what they do with our tax money. So go buy y'all a plane or something and let everybody smoke weed."
Now, there's a new segment I want to bring here. I got to figure out how to do it, y'all. I do want to show my YouTube and my Facebook and all my family that watches us. I appreciate people tuning in. The Facebook war. I mean, the TikTok streets. I want to show YouTube the TikTok streets, because boy. When I say them streets is real, bro, them streets is real.
Why are you calling it TikTok streets? You mean like the TikTok internet app, the scrolling?
Okay. What they call TikTok streets is everybody go in live. When you go on TikTok live and stroll and through people's lives, it be so different. There's no way that you can get in the algorithm to only see one type of content, if that makes sense. You're not gonna see one. You're gonna see anything and everything TikTok has to offer, and that's what they call the TikTok streets, because there's no telling exactly what type of conversation you're gonna get yourself into. They talk about everything. Now they are sensitive, and I think
What?
that's what. Go ahead, James.
No, I was agreeing. I just said what? Like, yeah. You already know. I know it's sensitive. I'm banned because of the censorship. And it wasn't even my fault.
Yeah, they are. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, y'all know why I got banned. It wasn't even my damn fault that I'm being so damn sensitive. So guess what? When they bring me back up, I'm not even going live no more. I ain't got time.
Yeah, Marie, you hearing them now? Cause we ain't been hanging out with James in a minute, so you hearing he not coming back to talk of the tick.
I'm coming. I'm still on there. I'm just not gonna go live like that. If I do go live, it's gonna be real exclusive. You know, and then if I do go live, it's gonna be totally different than what the format than what I was doing. I'm not trying to get banned no more. So if I got to change it, we got to talk. We got to fucking sing music or sing karaoke or goddamn say our ABCs and 1 through 3s in order for me not to get banned. Then shit. Because if you talk about anything else, you're gonna get flagged. You know, and that's why I sent you that I sent Marie that, and I sent you that about that Congress lady going against the Chinese man about why the BLK people get banned and get flagged, but the other people, they can say what they want to say and don't nothing happen to them. Period. You know what I'm saying? And then I also know the reason why they do that is so they don't have to pay you them chips. So you got to be in good standards to get them chips. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another way not to pay nobody. Pay the niggas. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that, bro. That's, if you ask me, that's racist. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm a victim of it. I got banned over some dumb shit. I'm still mad about that. 2 weeks. They banned me for 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks.
I got some violation for nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
It said I wasn't being active in the screen.
That's to stop your chips. You probably was getting some chips. And it was like, no, we got to stop that. We're not trying to pair. Because every time they flag you, every time they ban us, every time they put that little flash on your screen, no chips for that day. No chips for that live.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
That's why they do that. But the YT people, I've been on YT lives where they be talking about black people like they ain't nothing, niggas this, niggas that, burning the cross, slavery, all this, just talking about a whole bunch of crazy shit, cussing, smoking, everything. Don't nothing happen to them, but let me do it. What? You're banned. 2 weeks. And I ain't did half. And we don't be talking about, like, for instance, that time we was on live, my very last time on live with y'all, when y'all had made the comment about, when you made that comment about the store thing, we never go into it. And I don't know if it was a bot or fucking AI.
See, that's the thing. We can talk about it on her. So
how the hell you gonna ban? First of all, they just knocked y'all off, and we was like, what happened to y'all? And then you appealed, Mike, and you came back, and then next thing you know, I got a flash on my screen saying, "Oh, you're promoting hate, and yada yada yada. We're gonna ban you for 2 weeks." And then y'all said, "Go ahead on appeal." I appealed that shit. It was like, hell no, you gonna do this whole 2 weeks, nigga. Trying to find out, man, I had like 20 some dollars on that live TikTok that day, bro. In coins. None is gone. So it's like you make the money, they find a reason to take the money, man. I ain't got time, bro. I ain't got time. And it's supposed to be a free country. You're supposed to be able to goddamn have the Bill of Rights to speak how you want to speak. As long as you're not, you know.
But TikTok is not from America, though.
Yeah, so. Exactly. It's a communist country. That's the reason why it's got these communist ass goddamn rules. But if you're going to be communist all the way around the board. Don't just be communist to the black folks. Be communist all the way around.
So TikTok is racist.
In my opinion, yeah. What has happened to me in my experiences on TikTok, yes.
I don't be on TikToks.
It's almost like, hey, yo, 7 days. I'm gonna tell you what it's like. It's almost like when we was kids. Remember when we was kids and we be trying to talk about grown shit and our parents be around, so we know we can't say what we want to say, so we speaking like little kid codes so that our friend or our sister or brother know what the fuck we talking about. But our parents is on, they ain't paying attention to us, but we talking and using codes to keep them from knowing what the fuck we talking about. That's how you gotta be on TikTok, bro. You gotta be like that.
That's why you said BLK and WT.
Right. You gotta be like that on TikTok, bro. It's like your parents is right next to you. You gotta watch what you say.
But I have been in live, not to put color in it, but I've been in live where people have exclusively said that they're 21 and up, and they talk about anything. And I also been in people that be like 18 and up where they can't talk about everything. So I don't 100% know personally, but it is weird. I'm not gonna lie about that part. It is very weird and not self-explanatory.
It ain't fair. It's just like, I know what you're talking about, Mike. I be seeing that shit too, but I be like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't right.
Miss Love 503. Yeah, Miss Love 503. Boy, they talk about everything. Boy, stop playing. Booty, socks, and drawers. No top. They talk about everything. I'm like, boy, I can't beat them. And then like the DJ groups. Have you been in a DJ group?
I got a friend that's a DJ. All they do is just play music.
No, they don't.
But the ones I got, they just play music. Like you go to their live and it's them on a DJ set just playing, and we just be listening to them.
Okay. You've been to a DJ live. You never been in a DJ group where all the DJs in there, boy, they be talking up a storm. They be talking ratchet about they gigs. But I was at this one person, they wanted me to play all this, and I wouldn't do it. And they wouldn't want to pay me. Like, it'd be some stories. Like, wow. But the content of how they speak, they don't hold back. They don't hold back. So I think it's really for real. You really gotta take the time out and put in what type of live you want to obtain out there.
And then it's like you build relationships with these people. You build a family. You build a group. So, and then you make them part of your friends group, and then you go live, and then everybody come up, and then we all talking this and that. When they fucking ban you and shit, this ain't like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about you or your group. How long it took for you to build up that base? We don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro. It's y'all. This is communist, man. No. You know what I'm saying? And then when they ban your ass, instead of banning you all the way, they allow you to get up there, but you just can't talk. So what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? If you gonna ban me, nigga.
Up, but you can't talk?
I can't come up and talk.
Oh, you could just sit in the bottom.
Yeah, you sit in the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And just type. You know what I'm saying? Versus being able to engage in a panel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna ban me from the whole goddamn app. Don't have me don't tease a nigga, have a nigga goddamn box. In the penalty box.
It's like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Platform though, right?
No, not BOGO, not Bingo. Man, I done goddamn said some crazy shit, smoked on Bingo. I even drove on Bingo. Yeah, Bingo don't do that shit.
Platforms like Favorited, the other one they be talking about, Clapper. Them ones.
I don't know about that one.
Strict as
TikTok, I don't know about Clapper.
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, those are a couple of the other ones that they be talking about.
Man,
I don't think I think the ones that you can really make money off of, those are the ones that they're strict on.
Exactly. That's why they do that. They ain't trying to pay you.
They ain't
trying to pay you.
But y'all gotta understand the reason why I'm so strict like that is because y'all don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go on these apps for free. So when I'm trying to go get a sponsor, somebody to pay for this app, I can like pay for it. Like a milk company. Have y'all if y'all watch commercials on YouTube, a lot of people be doing Chew, the new Visine, the help man go longer. It's like stuff. When you get trying to get these ads to sponsor you, that's where the restriction come in at. That's why people be like, hey, well, don't say this because them people don't like what they hear because it doesn't help promote what they're pushing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the part where like that's why I like going on here. I really like Rumble. YouTube, I mean, trust me, I had to fight YouTube a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Candace Owens and other platforms fighting for freedom of speech to where they changed. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube used to be sensitive too.
Yeah, it did.
YouTube used to be definitely sensitive. There's a lot of podcasters that was doing what I was doing in the beginning. Like I said, I used to come on here just freestyle and rap all the time. And boy, did our pages get banned. Like, bro, you using instrumentals.
Oh
They blown,
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, they blown the Sony.
Yeah, you got to use
All
whatever they
crazy.
have already uploaded in there. Because YouTube have their own music catalog and you got to use their stuff or else you done off.
Yeah.
I go try to find people that, yo, you are underground. I like your instrumentals. I'm finna throw them on my show. It's not, I see if one day I'm up here with the panel, and you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming through. And we go viral for something that we talk about. And then like all eyes on us all of a sudden. Oh, okay then. Then I'm a, you know what I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna clean up doing like using everybody's stuff that's on the internet. Because if it's on the internet, it's there for us to talk about.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. That's why people be like, oh, well, body shaming. People get body shamed for stuff that they put on the internet, but you put it on the internet. Why did you expose your? And then when you ask that question, why did you put it on the internet? You get no response, no answer. Why'd you put it on the internet? I don't know. You don't know why you did it, but you did it, and now you don't like to respond. And now people are, you know what I'm saying, attacking you. James, last night I'm in a dude podcast. Ooh, I forgot to send him the invite to this one. I was gonna send it to him. So we was having a discussion about the old girl. We was having a discussion about the girl that said the N word to the little boy in the park, and her went viral, and about all the money and stuff like that. And I just tried to be fair. I not pick a side, not look at not pick a side just because of skin color. And there's one lady on her who's a mod. Oh my God, now I wish she was up here because this is my show. I give no fucks if she hears. I know. But she was a mod and she was like, we don't talk about this up in here. And I should have cut my camera on and made that face and looked at her like, how you gonna
I
tell me
don't
we're
know.
not
She be
talking about
sounding
something in
drunk.
here when the host is actually engaging with me in the conversation that you telling me that we're not supposed to be talking about on this conversation? Stop playing with me. Like that makes no sense to me.
Right.
You
That was
just
some
think
real
that,
Petty Betty stuff right there.
bruh,
Petty Betty.
like I couldn't believe that. I'm like, these is. Instead, I didn't want to. I was gonna go into my troll mode, but yet again, with somebody else's live, because you know what I wanted to say so bad, girl, you for the streets.
But you see
TikTok.
automatically how she try to manipulate him. Oh well, I'll just leave. Okay, you know you're the mod. You know what I'm saying? So he needs you as his mod. And I think she's like his only mod right now. So you know he needs you. And she tried to play that card. Oh yeah, well I'll leave. Like just to see like, okay, is he more important than me? I don't like stuff like that.
Right.
And like I told her, I won't come back up in there because anytime I come back in there, I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I'm picking a bone with her. I'm like, I'm not gonna attack you, but I'm gonna be cordial. But when I ask any question and if it's directed toward you, oh, it's gonna be a hardcore question. It's gonna be off the chain type of question. It's not gonna be no simple minded question. You got me messed up. Not today. You know what? Why I didn't try to use my tablet as a camera? This me not having a camera. This don't even feel right. This don't feel right. All right, y'all. Seems like it's time to move on. TikTok got their 5 minutes of fame.
Got they quick little
Do y'all want to get into the main topic? Are we ready for the main topic?
Yeah, what's the main topic?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we get into the main topic. Flat Earth theory. Is the earth round? Is the earth flat? Do you what logic makes sense to you? I'm not finna sit up here and ask nobody what you believe in because I have taken on a definition of the word belief is a strong word, and I think it gets taken out of content. So on today's show, I just want to hear the most common logical things. I got videos to bring up. I have shared out to people. I hope I can bring up these videos. Find them. But bring up logical, typical videos. I want y'all to tell me to stop whenever something don't make sense or something makes too damn sense. Just y'all opinion about flat earth and why is there a big debate over it? Why is there a big issue over it? Is it a fraud? Which one's a fraud? What, who, what? Questions. Why did they teach us in school that the earth is round?
Good
These are
question.
as I light up the ganja.
Yeah, I'm really curious to why the lie.
Well, I'm here to say that the earth is round, and why they trying to make it flat, I don't know why. And it is what it is. Everybody know the earth is round. Everybody knows that. Motherfuckers is trying to say that the earth is flat. I think they crazy people.
There's a lot of crazy
That's
people.
my thing. Why would they? What benefit are they getting out of trying to convince people that it's flat or round? What, like, what is the big deal?
What do you mean convince them that it's flat or round?
Like how you said, if it's round or if it's flat. What is the big deal either way? If it's round, what's the big deal? If it's flat, what's the big deal?
The thing is because we want to know what's out there. Quit trying to trap us in this so-called shell or in this small little box that you want to claim is what it is if it's not really what it is. If the earth is round, just prove it.
They already proved the earth is
Shut.
round.
But yet again, you can say that easily, and I understand. It's real easy to say it's round, but yet again, it's crazy that a person that's a flat earth theory can prove it, has facts to back up what they believe in. But then when you ask somebody about the earth being round, Yeah, it's like
They can't prove that the Earth is flat. That's not how it go. The Earth is round. Everybody
why?
knows that, and
How?
these flat Earther people cannot prove that the Earth is flat.
But yet again, you personally, before I even bring up a video, cannot simply explain to us how the Earth is round.
Yes, I can. I can.
And
It's very
make it just
simple.
simplify it.
I can make it so simple. They went up there, they took a picture, and they seen it was round. They took a picture.
Who?
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, if they're
Astronauts.
going up in
People could
space,
go out of space. Tesla,
yeah, if you
Elon
could
Musk
go
got a
out of
rocket
space,
ship. You can fly up there and you can look down
you could
and see
actually
the Earth
flip
was
it
round.
all the
He
way
goes to
around.
space, y'all. He doesn't go to outer space.
It doesn't matter
Have
if you
y'all ever
in
listened to
outer
him
space.
actually
You can
talk? He
see
never
that the
says
Earth is round. You can see it.
you can see it.
Yeah,
Have you? Okay. Okay.
that is tilted right there. You can see it with your eyeballs. But what you can't see it is being flat. Because if it was flat, did that mean you would look at it and it'd be looking like a plate and you'll see every country?
Not
If it was
necessarily.
flat, if it
Not
was flat,
necessarily.
right? If it was flat, flat is like a plate. You would go up there in the outer space in your spaceship, you'll look down on it, and you will see every single country because you're saying that the earth is flat.
Not necessarily.
How far up do you think you have to go to see
I
that
mean,
the
you
Earth
might
is
have to
flat or
go up
round?
hella far, but what I'm saying is, look at it, think of it like a picture. Are you asking if a picture is flat or if it's round? You look at a picture. When you're looking at a picture, right? If everybody could see a picture, if they at home, look at a picture on your wall. Is it flat or is it fucking round?
A picture on the wall is
Yeah.
flat.
Okay. So you could go outer space, look at it, and say, "Oh, okay, I can see the whole picture because it's flat." The reason why you can't see the whole Earth is because it's round. It's some part of the Earth on the other side, so you can't see it. You can't see. It's a ball. Look at a basketball. You can't see the other side of a basketball.
And we rotating and we moving, we doing all this spinning around in Earth.
Yeah, you just gotta use your. If you don't believe nothing, believe your eyeballs.
So my question to you, yet again, before we bring up a video, is why haven't we never, ever seen any brand new star systems close to us?
See, now you
Well,
trying
wait
to
a
talk
minute, Capiche.
about
Wait a minute.
that's a different
Before
subject.
before niggas started before all this computer shit, the caveman days, they thought the world was flat. The question is, who changed it back? Who changed it and said the world was round? Because if you do your history, back when they first started getting in the waters, they thought the earth was flat. They did. They thought when you went to
Yeah,
the
because
edge of the
they
earth, you would
probably
fall off. They
because
thought
they
that.
could
But
never
somehow
travel
or
that
another,
far.
somebody changed the narrative. Somebody changed the narrative, said, nah, the earth ain't flat, it's really round. Them niggas didn't know what they was talking about back in the old days.
They probably
So,
thought the Earth was flat because they could only go so far. They can't go outer space.
no, I'm gonna tell you the reason
So
why they
okay,
thought the
so who
earth was
did
flat.
outer space then?
Hold on. I'm gonna
They
tell
didn't
you
have
the
a
reason why
spaceship.
the ancients. I'm gonna tell you the reason why the ancients knew the earth was flat, because the ancients done been all over this motherfucker before we have. They already been all up
Yeah,
and
but
down
they
this
never had a
motherfucker,
spaceship.
so they know. They already know. You know what I'm saying? They know. But somebody came along and said, "No, they're wrong. It's really round." Fuck what they say. I said it's round. Okay. Then they put it all in the schools. But before that,
Bruh.
The
the earth was
simple.
flat because people were saying the
Do
earth was
you
flat
do you understand that
at
the
first.
do you understand that the map, the simple map that we see every day in school, was always descripted wrong because Africa is the biggest continent?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they made Australia. They made Australia and Europe big as shit, but Africa
yeah,
is bigger than all of them put together.
right. Yeah, that's a mapping, but we could agree on that topic about the flat Earth that the Earth is round, though, right? Everybody agrees to that, right?
No.
So hold on, Seven. So if they'll take Africa and make Africa small, and we kids and we growing up going to school 1 through 12th grade thinking that Africa is this size, but really it's the biggest motherfucking. You can fit all the continents in Africa for real. But what we learned in school and what we seen with our eyes, going back to your eyes, seeing with our eyes, they showed us that Africa was a regular size. That Europe and goddamn Australia is bigger than that. Why would they do that? Why when they had the same principle about the earth being flat? You know, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Misinformation.
hella different.
You know what I
That's
mean?
hella
So
different. That's super different.
Okay, can
no,
you
it's the
answer
same
this?
shit. It's
The
misinformation.
reason why it's
It's
different is because
misinformation,
you're
man.
talking about a map and
Why
how
is
they
Earth?
make how make Africa the size of Africa on a map
But that's
versus.
all maps, sir. Every single map,
I get you.
Africa
I
is the
get you.
same size. It's
Versus.
not one person drawing it big and one person drawing it small. All of them are the same size. That's by design. Just like the flat earth and the round earth is by design. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you, it is proven fact, and he can pull it up. If you look up Africa and we typed it up and see how big Africa is, it'll tell you how big Africa is. You can fit all the continents in that motherfucker. But when you go to a map that we learned in school or encyclopedia, it's about the same size as America. It's about the same size as Europe and all that shit. No, that's not accurate. Why they do that? I don't know. I want to say mind control, but that's going a little too deep. Same principle with the flat and the round earth shit, man.
I get that, but you comparing, like I said, a map to if the Earth is flat or round.
The same people that
That's
draw the
true.
map 7 is the same people that's telling you the Earth is flat and round, bro. The same
Okay,
people.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you. So if
It's the
it's not
same
flat
people,
or
dog.
hold on. If it's not flat or round, what the fuck is it, bro?
A fucking matrix.
Oh.
So y'all gotta understand, bro. This is the reason why we got the Mandela effect. This is the reason why they got the maps different sizes. This is the reason why people arguing about round and flat, because people need to understand that the true matrix, the true earth, your true earth, your true living being is through the perception of your eyes, your lens, bro. That's where the matrix is, in your mind. It's not on this planet. It's not the planet Earth. It's not outer space. It's not Virginia, or it's not Las Vegas or California where y'all from. It's right here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's your perception. That's what this is all about. The masses want to make sure everybody believe and think on the same wavelength. That's what it's all about, because they know the mind is very powerful. The mind is really our matrix. What we see and what we do comes from here. Our information goes through our eyeballs and goes up here.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? It starts here. It ain't no TV, no radio, and all that shit. It is in here. This is the real matrix, your fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? That's the real matrix.
Bro, that's a whole different subject.
But that falls into why the masses want to tell you that the earth is round or that it's flat. Why Africa's look small than it actually is, because in your mind. They want to control your mind. They want to control what you know.
So it's not round or flat. It's a matrix. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is it's in your mind. It's in your mind, and your mind perceives what it really is. Like, your mind is telling you all through your life that it's round. And I don't have a problem with that. We can agree to disagree. That's peace. That's your belief. You know what I'm saying? Capiche is he believes it's flat. It's in his mind. That's what he believes. Nothing I can say can change his mind unless I take him up to space and make him look down. So it's all subjective. It's all subjective, bro. None of us is going to be able to go to space and look down for real and really verify the shit. We're going off of what niggas is telling us. We're going off of pictures that they're feeding us. We're going off information that we're getting from these books and all this shit. Nobody's really going to go up and say, you know what, fuck this shit where they write. I want to go up and know for my goddamn self. I want to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. So we have no choice but to take in information and use our mind and use discernment and figure out what's true and what's not true. And apparently it's a lot of shit that's not true. So that's really what it is, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you believe in what's true?
I believe it. I believe in my truths, what I hold to be true, and what I can prove, and what I can prove. Only what I can prove. If I can't prove it, then I don't believe it.
So you believe in everybody have a different perspective of truth. It's not one.
Everybody's perception is different. Everybody's belief system is different. Everybody, what makes people tick is different.
So the truth don't.
I'm saying, if you listen to what he's asking, James, he's asking about one specific thing, not everybody true. He's asking about the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's still based off of perception, your perception, because your truth may not be your truth or somebody else's truth. You know what I'm saying?
About your truth or somebody else's truth. I'm saying the word truth. One truth, does that exist? That don't exist to you?
Truth does exist. Again, that's based off your perception. You not understand where I'm coming from. Somebody could be giving you the truth,
Well,
but
I'm
you might be
telling you
thinking
right now what
you
you
could be
said
thinking they
ain't
lying.
true. What,
You could be
that's what I'm
thinking they
saying.
lying, and that's fine. That's fine. That's there. No,
Let me tell
look,
you.
there ain't no such thing as truth. It really ain't no such thing as truth because it's all subjective. For real.
See,
When you
that's
really
what I'm
want to be
saying. You
real,
don't believe
it's
that
all
there is a
subjective, bro.
truth, and that's
It's really no
the
such thing
problem.
as truth. It's all subjective. It really is.
And that's crazy. I believe that's crazy.
He finally answered the question.
Yeah, he don't believe that there's no thing such as truth, and I believe that's
Yeah.
crazy because there
I
is
didn't
a
say
such
I didn't,
thing.
but don't put words in my mouth. Don't do
You
that,
just
Seven.
said
I did
that. You
not
just said
say that. I said it's
Yes,
based
you
off perception.
did.
Don't put words in my mouth, sir. I didn't say I didn't believe in the truth. I said it's based off perception, sir. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Let's
Yeah,
go to the video.
Exactly.
The horizontal running across the width of the aircraft, and you're being the horizontal pivot of the aircraft.
What is this?
Now, a pilot can get a pretty good idea of the pitch and roll of their aircraft just by looking out of the window at the horizon of the Earth. However, if they're in thick cloud or flying at night, then their view of the horizon could be obscured. So then, without that reference to work with, they're basically left relying on their other senses to tell them what the aircraft is doing, and this can often
IVR.
lead to disorientation. So a pilot can then rely on the aircraft's instruments to tell them what the aircraft is doing. And to see what
Yeah,
the
the
pitch
IVR.
of the aircraft is, they look at something called an attitude indicator, also known as an artificial horizon, which, as the name implies, creates an artificial horizon in order to show the pitch and roll of the aircraft, even if the pilot physically can't see the horizon. Now, in modern aircraft with onboard computers, they create logs of all aspects of an aircraft over time during the flight, such as the aircraft's altitude, heading, speed, pitch, roll, yaw, air pressure, and even air temperatures. Every single piece of data about the flight can be stored, just like how every single piece of data about you can be stored, even in places that you don't want it to be. Although you can change that thanks to Incogni. Lead to you can contact these brokers and retracting them in.
Commercial.
There's nothing to then stop them from reacquiring it. This is where
Bro, what
Incogni
is he
can
trying to
greatly
say,
help.
bro?
Ensure they.
He's
The
saying
Earth is
that
flat.
he is saying that if a plane has an artificial horizon for if it's cloudy, and that's their horizon, and that horizon never changes or bends or moves, because like you said, the Earth is a ball, so therefore he's going around something. That means the horizon would move and show the altitude of when it changes, because yet again he's going around something.
Right, but see,
Yet
that could
again,
make sense if it was a small ball. Since the ball is so big, like Earth is so big, you can't even tell that you're going around in a circle. That's kind of like when you in the forest and they say you get lost in the forest, you can't even tell which way you're going. It's because the forest is so big, you don't know if you're going north, south, east, or west. You can't tell which way you're going. So it's the
who
same thing
can't
in a plane.
tell?
You can't feel that you're going around the Earth. It's so big.
You can tell when you're going north, south, east, and west
No,
if you
you
know
can't.
your longitudes and latitudes, and if you know how to
Niggas be
read the
lost in the
sun and the
forest.
stars.
You can't, bro.
You can't.
What I'm saying is
Because
this. That's
everybody
the same
knows
thing.
everybody knows where the sun comes from and where it leads to. So we
I'm
know that's
talking about when
east
people
and
get
west.
lost in the forest, right? And they can't tell if they north, south, east, or west. They get lost in the forest. They can't tell because it's so big.
That's a forest.
Yeah, so I
That's
compared that
that's
to.
different compared to you up there flying, going way faster than you walking, and a small little forest taking itty bitty steps.
That's why I said you can't tell in a plane that you're going around in a circle because it's so big.
So we'll never know when we upside down.
What?
So we'll never know when we upside down because the Earth is so
Upside down.
big.
What do you mean upside down? No, you can't. You can't tell. You can't
You said
tell.
the Earth is a ball, so ain't there a top and a bottom?
Yeah.
So we'll never tell because the Earth that big.
If we got this thing on the planet called gravity. With
So
gravity,
what?
it keeps you to the ground. So if you on the bottom of the bar, you still feel like you're on the top. Like you still feel like you grab. We got a thing called gravity. Y'all gotta look up gravity. And what gravity
Okay,
do is
yet
it make you
again,
feel like you
you
still on the earth. You ain't gonna never get
okay,
off the earth
but
because of
you not
gravity.
explaining. You never explained to me that yet again, the Earth is big and round. It
Right.
spins by itself. Also, it spins around the sun. Yet that's what they tell us. And also, the sun and everything is moving in orbit in space and stuff like that. But you cannot explain to me why we have not seen no new star. We seen the same exact stars since
You
you've
want me
been
to explain
born.
to you what?
Why we don't see any new stars in the sky?
Nigga, because you gotta
Why we see the same exact Milky Ways
stars
and
is
everything?
stars. Let me tell you about. You want to see that? See, you keep hopping around subjects, but
No.
I can hang with you. So listen, stars. If you want to talk about stars, right? Stars be made, and they first of all, you can make a star. A star is made created, right? And then sometimes stars can explode as well. You know what I'm
We
saying?
still seeing the
Stars can
same
explode.
stars. You're not answering the question, sir.
You asking me about stars now.
No. Listen to exactly what I'm asking you. Why do we see the same exact stars in the sky every night since we've been born?
Sometimes you do, sometimes they go away. Some stars can go out. You don't the same exact stars, you don't see the same
I
exact
got
stars.
a perfect question for you, Seven. Since we
What?
talking about
Hold on,
stars,
James. Hold on, James. Hold on, James. Hold on. Cause we don't hold on. Because
You want to
he
talk
he
about
not
stars? Let's
answering
go.
because the
all right.
Hawaiian belt.
I
Hold
hope I
on.
don't lose it. I hope I don't lose it. This will prove your point, Mike. But I hope I don't lose it. But go ahead.
But the
You don't
Hawaiian
have no
belt is
point.
out there. The Milky
Oh,
Way
I'm
is
about to
still
bust
out
your
there.
head wide open with this one.
The little Milky Way is still out there. Them same stars has been out there for like they still out there, brother.
Some of them are, not all of them.
All of them
Do your
are.
research. Do your research on stars since we talking about stars. Some stars explode and they go out, bruh. Yes, bruh. Stars. You ever heard of a thing called a shooting star?
I'll be back.
Certain stars, they blow up, they move, they do hella shit up there. And they
Up
create
where?
star. You can make a star out of other stars hitting each other. Boom. You can a star can hit another star and make a star. Like if you want
But
to talk about
yet
stars.
again, we moving all this time in orbit, right? And you're yet again, you're not explaining to me why we keep seeing the same stars.
And I just told you
If
you're
we're
not seeing
moving,
the
we
same
shouldn't see the
stars.
same Milky Way. The
I'm
Milky Way,
saying
we shouldn't be
because
in the same Milky Way
think
orbit.
about it like
I'll be
this.
back, fellas.
All
The
right.
Milky Way is like the freaking Grand Canyon. Think about it like this. What do you
Huh?
mean? What do you mean the Grand Canyon is all the
Wait,
same? It's gonna change. You just ain't
hold
paying
on,
attention
fellas.
to all. You just ain't paying attention to all the rocks.
So, Peach, Seven. Before I go, ponder this. Answer me this, Seven. Before I get off. If the sun is where it's at, and we are the third planet from sun. Can you explain to me why we have solar eclipses, meaning that the sun gets in front of the moon? If you can explain that to me, man, you got me. I'll be back.
You gonna listen to it or you gonna? Did he leave? How you gonna ask me a question and just leave? Anyways, bro, why are we talking about stars anyway?
Because this is my logic to that. We don't go nowhere. We ain't spinning around. We ain't moving all in like how they tried to lie to us and all that stuff. Because the simple fact we still see the same stars since the biblical days. Okay, the same exact stars is in the sky since biblical days. If we move in how the scientists keep telling us, we should be seeing brand new galaxies, stars, moons, all that other creative things that's out there to see. Like aliens should have been hit us, passed us up, and seen us. Because yet again, we should be in our solar system by now because we move, and that's what the scientists say. But like that don't make sense because we ain't seen none of that. None of that. None of that has ever happened. Independence Day, the movie should have been happened one time, at least once. It hasn't happened, not once, and it's not gonna happen not a damn time. Want to know why? Because we don't move around. We're not orbiting around the sun and all that good stuff. How they say, no, we're not doing all that stuff. Or we will see some different things out here in this world and planet that the creation has created. And then the Bible says that all that stuff it ain't real. But that, like I said, I ain't gonna bounce around. You don't want me to bounce around. I'm just stay with the
That's like
stars and stuff.
saying that the stars is not real.
Yet again, the Bible says another thing. Like if we went to the Bible explains it like totally different of how a scientist explained it to us, and like how Elon explains it. It's just it is. It's different.
Because I do know in school, well, we
And
learned
yet again,
about the
I
stars.
really listened to Elon Musk talk because trust me, I used to believe the Earth was round until I started looking for myself. It started like the simple things like airplane, like the common words mean certain things. Airplane, it don't say around because the airplane don't go around nothing. It stays level, it stays plane, goes straight. And then we started looking at flat patterns, emergency flat patterns. And I'm trying to find it, but for some odd reason, it's not. It don't want to show me that one. When you see an emergency flight pattern and how it don't make sense, if you see it as on a ball, like you said, like a basketball, it wouldn't make sense. Because if you looked at it, and I promise you, if you researched it, let me see. I'm trying to really look it up. That's what I really want to show y'all. It don't make sense when you look at it. But if you look at it on a flat earth, oh, it makes straight sense because it was a straight shot. But then he's gonna tell you, oh, it's a ball. You don't understand. It's so big that really they went straight. Like, no, stop playing. Like, if it's a ball, it's a ball. Let's make it logically make sense. A ball is a ball. But then, like, there's other things, like water levels stay level. If it was a ball, why there's not like more water somewhere else at a higher level than other places? Just simple ocean. Like there's more water in certain part of the ocean. You would think the water be higher, but it's not. It's level all the way around because it's flat. But then, like I said, it's the paying taxes. Like I don't want to pay taxes for NASA. Now, what Elon Musk do, I don't pay into that. I don't pay into that. Him flying rockets to space. Knows how he always say space. He don't. And yet again, he don't say outer space. When he say outer space, then you holler at me. Let me look this up real quick.
feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got this whole view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation. Now I got rollies all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself. I had to prove to everybody else. I had to set them straight. I had to boss. I had to renovate. I know they hate when you elevate. The stacking up losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate.
It would have to be something like, what did I say? It was like 3,000 miles, sorry, 3,000 feet per every minute. The nose of the plane would have to dip, right? Like this is like a significant effort for the flight. But then we also have the actual geography of flight paths that many people have devoted themselves to really studying, right? And that don't make sense on a globe.
So think about a globe. We got the northern hemisphere on the top, the southern hemisphere on the bottom. You got the horizon that goes around the midpoint. If you were going from any location in the north to any location in the north, any two locations, any combination, and you were flying, would you ever need to dip below the horizon? No, that wouldn't be the shortest path. I mean, north to north, you would never need to go below the horizon because you're going the wrong way. You want to go, you can maybe go across the horizon or over this way, but you would never go below the horizon. And guess what? That's true. No northern origin goes to a northern destination and crosses the equator, right? Makes perfect logical sense. Well, the same should be true for the bottom, a southern location to another southern location. But that's not what happens. When we on the southern trips, we go all the way up here and then all the way back down, right? And that's because where is that? Seattle? What am I looking at? I can't see it.
Chicago.
Did any of that make sense to y'all?
I was seeing where he was going with it.
Okay. Yet again, did the first part make sense? That's all I'm asking. Did that make sense or did that not make sense?
Yeah. That you would never go like over the equator if you go from a northern country to another northern country.
For your hemisphere, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The stopover, hold on. The stopover in Senegal, okay? It stops in Senegal right here, right? It goes all the way up here. Why didn't it just fly across here, right? And they give you this, oh, it's a great circle route or we're picking up more passengers. Nonsense. These people want to go here and this is a straight line. This blue line is the equator. They cross the equator twice. That makes no sense on a globe, okay? Here's another one. This one stops in Los Angeles, okay? From here, right? It goes all the way up here to Los Angeles and all the way back down. Now look at this strip. This flight, what if we just went over here? Oh, look, we made it to where we're going. But no, this is the path. They stopped to get fuel. It's a long flight. Right?
He ain't making no sense no more. No. He lost me. What is he trying to say?
Okay. This is your globe. This is your map. This is what you're talking about, your basketball. When they made this trip, they went all the way up here to get way over here.
What do you mean to get
in
way
your
over
globe?
there?
They did all of this. This makes no sense.
Yeah, because they made a stop in LA.
But wouldn't it be quicker to go this way?
Yeah, but they wanted to make another stop in LA. It's called a route.
That yet again, most people have like straight flights. That's straight flight have been this way. On a flat Earth, this is the route this is what we're saying. On a flat Earth, this is the route they took over here. That makes sense of why they went to LA and had a landing over there. Because it was a straight path there being to get over here. Not this. This makes no sense. And this is what your logic will be of how the earth looks
Makes sense. You can
compared to
stop
how
in
we
LA.
think the earth looks.
Why can't you stop in LA?
Because that's more.
So
That takes
what?
more. That's a longer trip.
So what? The bus do it all the time. You ever caught the bus
If
and they
this
take
logic
hella
made
long?
sense,
You
if
ever
this
caught the
logic made
bus and
sense,
they
this is
take
an
hella
actual
long?
way longer trip than this trip right here.
Bruh, have you ever caught the bus and it took hella long? They took
We're
hella
not
fucking
talking
long.
about a bus. Bus is
It's the
different
same
from air.
thing.
No, it's not, sir. No, I can't let you go there. I'm sorry.
The
A
bus
bus
take hella
trip,
long and make hella extra ass stops and
sir.
shit too.
No, sir. Sir, a bus trip is way different from a plane trip. When we talking about emergency landings, that's not an emergency landing. When this is a shorter distance than going way the heck up here.
What I'm saying is if you're on a commercial plane where they making stops, they're gonna do stuff like that. If you're on your private plane, then yeah, you
No.
could go straight there. You could
So
go
you
straight
don't
there
so
if
you
you're on your
don't
private plane. You
you don't get straight flights, you get layover flights.
What I'm saying is if you get your private plane, then you can go straight to
You
your
notice how you
destination.
didn't answer that question.
What was the question?
So when you book a ticket to fly, do you go straight there or do you book flights that have layovers?
Shit, it'd be both sometimes depending on where I'm going. Sometimes I can't get a straight flight. When I lived in Cali, I couldn't get a straight flight to Memphis. I had to catch another get a second plane. And then they made that Allegiant, and then it was like a straight shot. But like certain places, you got to take two. Certain places in America, you got to get on two planes. I had to when I went to North Dakota, I got on two planes. I had to stop in like I forgot where, but I got on two planes, and one of the planes was super small in North Dakota. It was a super small plane, and then I had to get on like the regular big plane to get back to Las Vegas. But yeah, you sometimes, but that's what I'm saying. If you got your own private plane, you could just drive straight there. You get it? That's the reason why they stopping in LA because you got to get on like a commercial plane. If you own your own plane, you can drive straight there. Like Floyd Mayweather and them, they got their own plane. Floyd got his own plane. He flies straight to his destination. He not making no stops nowhere. Unless they got to go get some gas, you have to stop. Sometimes you have to stop. You feel me? You need gas, bro.
That's what this was. That's what we're talking about. In a
Well,
short
he had to
distance.
stop, get
It's
some
such a
gas.
short distance.
He
I'm
had to
trying to go the
stop, get
shortest
some
distance.
gas, go pick up some
Why
other
would I go
customers.
way out the way to go
I
get
just told you.
gas? Where it'd be shorter to go get gas here than way the hell up
I just
here.
explained it to you because it's commercial flight and they be
Okay.
having to do stops. They got to do routes. It's just like a bus. You would
Okay.
love for the bus to just pick you up for your job and take
A
you home.
bus,
You would
a
love to
bus
do
is
that.
sir.
But the
Bus
bus
is
got to
different
take
from flying.
stops. Same
No.
thing, bro. Commercial
You
flight.
cannot,
Same.
yet again, you cannot get on a bus and order a straight trip.
And you can't do that
I
on a
can't get a
commercial
one
plane
stop
either.
bus trip.
Unless you pay like extra money or you on your own plane or you on a private jet or
So
something.
how you do it on a bus? How I don't want to do all them extra. I just want to do one stop. How you do it on the bus?
You can't do it on the bus. Unless
You
you go
can't.
pick, you order a bus to pick you up in front of your house and to take you to your destination.
What, a car ride?
Yeah.
Cause I said car ride even have other people on them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Uber even be having little stops and shit like you didn't want to do. Like, wait a minute, we gotta pick up somebody else. Like, I didn't want to do that.
No,
You
that's
get
you
picked up and it'll
ordered
be
a
another
share
person in
ride.
the car.
Sir, no,
Yeah, this is what I'm saying to be a
Let's see
nigga
if you
sharing
order
a
a share
ride.
ride. Let me finish
That's
the
what I'm
video
saying.
real
That is
quick.
the same thing. So that kill what he's saying, bro. He just
Nope.
making up stuff.
You just don't want to believe it. You want to believe this so bad because that's what you grew up learning. I get it.
It makes sense. Like we have to stop in LA, get some gas, pick up some other people, and then we're gonna push Puerto Rico. Like that makes sense to me.
Okay. It makes sense to you.
Which one makes more sense to you?
And there's
See, he said
many,
that
many examples of this, right?
Many. So I'm
Most
gonna.
of them.
Yeah. So this one again, stopping in Los Angeles, looking at a flat Earth map, makes perfect total sense. But then there's emergency flights, emergency landings. Sometimes someone's having a baby or a heart attack, and they have to land. So this flight here from Hawaii to New York, or New York to Hawaii, there was an emergency right about here. So they went 1,000+ miles out of the way to Seattle. And the funny thing is, how did they get there so fast? Emergency, they landed 15 minutes later. How did they travel 1,000 miles? Okay. Well, if you look at it, Seattle's right there. That's where the emergency happened. They landed. Okay. And that's not planned. So here's another one. This one went emergency, went all the way up to Moscow. Why'd they go to Moscow?
What you say?
He's just saying some cap, and look at her face. She know that's cap. She looking at him like,
How,
he
bro?
capping.
We're talking about emergency landings, and you going 100,000 miles out the way, where
He said
that
1,000. He
doesn't
said
make
1,000.
sense.
He said 1,000.
1,000 miles. Still, you're going out the way. Going out the way for
you
emergency landing doesn't make sense.
maybe you have to go to a certain place, and 1,000 miles is not that far in a fast ass plane. That's not even that far. That probably take about 20 minutes. That's not that far
No.
when you in a plane.
No.
Emergency landing, man. Land that thing in
That
Seattle.
take hours, bro. That take
No, it don't,
hours.
bro.
It take
Not
how long it
for
take to get to
1,000
Seattle?
miles.
Hold on. It take
1,000 miles in an airplane don't take hours.
bruh, from Nevada to Seattle took us 4 hours.
Who said is that 1,000
Straight
miles?
shot. No layover, straight shots.
Is that
4
1,000
hours.
miles though, bro? Is that 1,000
Huh?
miles? Is that 1,000 miles?
Is it? Let me look it up and see.
Because he ain't talking about nothing.
You just don't want to put it in your brain that emergency landings that the Earth can look like.
This one went emergency, went all the way up to Moscow. Why'd they go to Moscow? Because Moscow's right there.
You want to believe this so bad over here because yet again, this is how they showed us. But when things logically don't make sense, like
Okay,
emergency
so this is
landings,
how I
water
always
level,
kill the.
stars, you know what I'm saying? It's a gang of stuff that just logically don't make sense if the Earth is round.
Well, he don't make sense. And what I'm saying is no matter. Now, what I was saying,
You know why he don't make sense? Let me go. You know what I need to do? I know what I forgot. I forgot who on her with me. Let me go
look at her
find
face. She's not even convinced. She's
Let me go get a
completely
black
not
guy.
convinced.
Who?
Her. The
How
white
do
girl
you
looking
know?
like.
Are you
Look at
see?
her
This is what
face.
kills me. You not even in her brain. Do you know how she think?
I'm looking at her face and I can see how she's looking like she think the shit is bullshit.
But that's still your opinion. You don't know for
I'm
sure.
looking
She
at her
didn't even
facial expressions.
So you 100% know for sure.
I mean, listen to her and look at her. Listen to
That's
her.
not
Look
answering
at
my
her
question.
face. Look at that face. And if you heard her, she
What's
was
that
like,
face
"Oh,
telling you?
there's like
What
a
is telling you? What is telling? Tell me. Read it. What does this mean?
that look like a face that she don't believe what he's saying."
Because
That's
you
why you
don't
make that
believe.
face. You make that face when you're like, "Damn, this motherfucker." What? Press play and listen to her, because she was like, "Oh, okay." She wasn't saying, "Yeah, I believe that." She
the
didn't
flight
say
path.
that.
On the direct straight line.
She just shook her head up and down.
Yeah, she just like, "Oh, okay." She's just listening to him.
Between the two of them, right? Let's look at another one. Dallas, Beijing, stops in Calgary. I don't know. Is that 2,000 miles out of the way? Okay, 1,500 miles. Look at Calgary, right in
Look,
line,
she
straight line.
she
How many
uneasy.
times does that have to happen before somebody says, oh my God? But here's the thing. I just showed you some memes. If you believe me, Well, that's a leap of faith. You're right to believe me because I've done the research for you. But belief is the enemy of knowing. You need to verify this stuff for yourself. And luckily for you, Eddie Flat Earth Banjo, who you probably know of, he's documented it all in this free PDF book, or you can order the book online. 16 emergency landings, all documented. The flight path, the times, what happened, where they landed, everything. And so you can verify it yourself. There you go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow,
she was
she's
so through
amazing.
She was so through with it. She didn't even have nothing else to say. She was just like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And the show went off. You know what I'm saying? No, the flat Earth people, man, man. But let me
We
ask
got
you
proof,
this:
bro.
would you
We
rather
have
have a flat
logical
head?
proof.
Let
That's
me ask you
all.
this: Let me ask you this: would you rather have a flat head or a round head?
What?
Would you rather have a flat head or a round head?
I
Would
don't
you
know what
want your
that is.
head to be round or flat? Which one would you want it to be?
I don't know. I'm lost.
This is a simple question, bro. Would you want your head to be round or flat?
It doesn't matter. I want my head to be a head.
I'm saying, do you want it to be round or flat? Would you prefer it to be round or flat? Which one would you choose?
I would choose it for it to be a head, whatever head's supposed to
I
look like.
get you. See, you playing. You
I'm answering the question though.
No, you're not. I'm asking
Yes,
you.
I am.
It's only two questions, two answers. It's round or flat. If you're not saying neither one of those, then you're not
I don't
answering the
even know what
question.
a flat head looks like. So how am I supposed to? I don't know.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know what flat look like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then would you rather have a round head or a flat head? I'd rather have a round head, bro. Okay? I don't want a fucking flat head.
What do your head got to do with the earth?
Man, like y'all said, it's all in the Matrix. That's what James said. It's all in the Matrix. We all just living in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Our heads really should be flat. Face ass. What about the head theory? Can we look that one up?
Look up what?
The head theory. Is our heads really flat? Is it our perspective that our heads is round and they really not?
You play too much. Why?
Is it just all in our perspective and how we look at our truth? Is it just our truth that our head is round?
Okay.
It sound
Okay.
it sound crazy, right? That's how it sound when niggas are saying flat earth, bruh. Like,
To
what the
you.
fuck, bro? That shit is
But
crazy.
remember, it went to court.
Man, show me the court shit, because that's what I want to see.
Okay.
Because I don't know how it went to court that the earth is flat and round. And I know this the fucking flat shit didn't win. If they did go to court. Ain't no way the flat gonna win. Because if it's flat, that means we can fall the fuck off. Right?
No.
Why can't we fall
Do you
off if
believe
it's
in the
flat?
Bible, sir?
Listen, fuck that. Let's stick to the same
Okay,
subject. Y'all
no.
keep
See,
want you
I
keep want
can't.
to fall off the subject because
Do you believe in the Bible, sir?
y'all can't explain how it's flat. Y'all talking
I
about
just
earth
did.
round. Y'all don't believe it's round. Explain how that shit is flat. If it's flat, you can fall off. Take me to the edge.
It's the firmament that keeps
Don't tell me it's
the
Alaska over
firmament.
there. We can't get there.
The
Don't tell me it's
firmament.
the firmament and I can't get there. Take me there.
Okay, then you
Because
don't
we
want to
got
believe in the
planes,
truth.
we got boats, we got
Sir,
cars. Niggas
it's
can
okay
walk.
that you don't want to believe in the truth. It's all right.
Listen,
It's
fuck
okay.
that.
It's
Take me
okay.
to the
It's
firmament
okay.
then. Take me there.
Sir,
Take me
sir,
there.
sir, calm down. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You
You'll
see,
be
y'all
okay.
can't prove that it's flat
Because
though.
you don't want to believe in the truth. You want to believe in the round, and you know what I'm saying. You
So
like to go
hold on.
around and
So
round in
you telling me
circles
the
and
truth
believe
is
the
that the Earth is flat?
it's okay. It's all right.
So
You
you
will be
believe
okay.
that the Earth is flat, bruh? Is that what you telling me?
I told you many times.
Because so you think it's flat?
It's in the
Just
Bible
to
too.
confirm, I want to know.
It says it in the Bible too.
I get you, but just to confirm, because you never confirmed your stance on that. I believe it's round. What do you
I believe
believe?
it's
You
flat.
believe it's flat? You believe it's flat. So okay,
I
so
said
since
that
you believe,
multiple times to you.
all right, bet. So since you believe that it's flat, then take me to where you can fall off at.
Yet again, do you believe in the Bible, sir?
Yeah, I believe in the Bible.
Where the Bible tells you in the beginning, in the first Genesis, that the firmament. So if you
Mhm.
believe in a firmament and you know what a firmament is and you believe in that, you'll understand why we can't fall off, sir.
Okay, so take me to the firmament, sir.
You go to Antarctica.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't tell me about no Antarctica because if you
Why I
say it's
can't tell you
flat,
about no Antarctica?
because if
Because
it's
I can't
flat,
go
bro,
there. Just
well,
because I
guess
can't
what?
go
If it's
there, I can't
flat,
tell you about that.
look
But
at
yet again,
everybody.
you
Look
want to
at
go
y'all
somewhere and
hand.
see something. I'm telling you where to go and see it at.
Okay, listen. Everybody, look at y'all hand. We all got a hand right now. Look at your hand. Your hand. If you make your hand tight enough, it'll be flat. You can make your hand like it's flat, right? Like when you do rock paper scissors, nigga, this is paper. It's flat, right? If we're on a flat surface, that means you can fall off. That means if you walk far enough, you will fall off if it's flat. Correct? So take
So
me to
you don't
where you
believe
can
in the
fall off
firmament,
at.
sir, sir. So do you believe in the word firmament and what it stands for, sir?
I believe in, like I said, reality. Do you
Yet
believe in
again,
what's
you don't
real?
want to answer that specific question. That's a
I heard
one-word
about the
question.
firmament. I read the firmament. We talked about that, but that doesn't
It sound
explain.
like you're mumbling. You sound like the Amigos.
It
It
don't.
sound like you
That
mumble
don't
rapping.
explain. Listen, it does not explain you can't fall off. Go to the edge, bruh. If it's flat, go to the
So
edge.
I'm gonna ask you one more time because it's just this one word that it always explains that easy answer that when people say that and try to make fun of people that believes in flat earth is, do you believe in the firmament? It's in the Bible. It talks about it. It
Okay,
talks
so
about how it's the shield.
okay, so where? Why can't you take me to the shield? Then take me there.
Okay, just because I'm gonna bring up
No,
this.
no, no. You said it's a firmament. It's a
You
shield.
see this
Take
picture
me
right?
to the shield.
You see the picture? You see this
Take me
picture?
to the shield. Let me see.
You see that white
But
on the
take me
out?
to,
That's Antarctica. You see the Antarctica on the outskirts right there? That's cold as hell. You go there. It's cold. That's
bro.
super
That's
super
cap, bro.
cold.
That's not how it go, bro.
That's how
Because
it
no
goes.
matter if it's cold, you know what? No matter if it's cold or not, we could still go to the shield.
Then
So
go to it.
if this picture was true right here, that means you should be able to go touch the firmament with your hands. If you fly far enough in Antarctica like this, you saying this is true, and that's a firmament, it's a dome over us. You should be able to go
So
to the get a
you
plane
know
and
if you
fly
fly
to
to
it. And
Antarctica, you would get
what,
locked up, right?
man? Somebody will go over there and touch that motherfucker. What do you
So
mean
you
we'll
know
get
you fly
locked
to
up?
Antarctica, you getting locked up, right?
I'm saying nobody
It's
has ever
against
done that.
because it's against the law to go to Antarctica and fly over it.
What do
That's
you
restricted
mean?
area, huh?
What do you mean it's against the law? You think
All
all
those
the
countries
countries is gonna
that's the only peace treaty that all countries agreed upon. That's if you ever look
so
up
they
the
they all
major peace
agree that
treaty,
the earth is flat and you can't go touch the firmament?
that is not what I just said. Please don't put other words because I went specific to what I just said. I'm
What
talking
is
about
it?
Antarctica and the peace treaty. I ain't say the flat earth peace treaty. I said Antarctica peace treaty. That
Okay, that's what I'm
nobody
saying.
without a
If
license
uh-huh.
can fly over Antarctica. That's
Uh-huh.
unrestricted fly zone area.
And so who agreed on this?
No country can.
Who agreed on that? All the countries agreed on that?
Yeah, that's the only one that all the countries have
But
ever
that's
agreed.
fake, bro. Where do you have any evidence of that being true? That all the countries came together and said nobody can fly to the firmament. Like that's bullshit.
Look, don't get mad. Well, you can get mad. You have
I
the
ain't
right.
mad. I'm just telling you that's some fake ass shit.
Okay, if you believe
Because
that that's
that
fake,
ain't never
if
happened.
you,
You
but you can look
cannot
this.
show me
That stuff
nowhere.
is
Listen,
looked up.
you cannot show me nowhere on the internet that all the countries then came together and decided that nobody should fly to the firmament or it's against the law. You cannot show me that shit on the internet. And the internet got a lot of fake ass shit. You can't even find that.
I can't find that.
No.
I love it.
Where all the countries came together and decided that nobody should go to the firmament. I want you to show me a meeting with all the countries in it at the fucking World Nation or something.
And they didn't say the firmament. They said Antarctica is the key word.
Okay, well, show me where they said that can't nobody go to Antarctica and nobody could touch the firmament.
They don't say the firmament. It says Antarctica.
Okay,
It says,
well,
can
call it that.
nobody fly across Antarctica? Yeah. So give me a second.
Okay, well, show me that. That all the countries came together and decided that. Because you said firmament, but now you want to switch to Antarctica.
I showed you a picture of Antarctica and the picture of why it's Antarctica. Because you're going to go to the beginning of Antarctica and how deep you got to go. You're not going deep into Antarctica without getting locked up. Yes.
Locked up by who?
Now, you want to take a trip? You really want to go? Let's go.
I'm saying, who you
I'll
getting
go get
locked
locked
up
up.
by?
I'll go get locked up just to prove my
The
point with you.
Antarctica police? Who you getting arrested by?
Huh?
Who's locking you up? The Antarctica police?
I don't know what they call themselves. Actually, to be
That's what I'm
honest
saying.
with you,
Y'all just making shit up.
why would we want to make up some stuff like that? If
Okay,
we can go
not
over
even.
there
So there's an
freely and
Antarctica
go
police.
discover.
There's an Antarctica police station. And there's
You
police
know,
on Antarctica. And if you fly too far in there, they're going to fly you down, shoot you down, and come arrest you and take you to jail. Is that what you're telling me?
yep.
That's bullshit, bro. And you can't show me that either. Nothing that you're saying, you can show it. You can prove it. Nothing. You can't prove none of this. And if you can't prove it, I would love to see the Antarctica police flying people down and saying, oh, y'all flying too deep into Antarctica. And y'all finna go to jail against the rules. You go to jail. Show it to me, bro. Pull it up. We got the YouTube. Pull it up. Is you still there, bro?
Well, we hear you.
No, I'm asking you to pull it up and prove what you're saying is true. Because right now, that the firmament is not real, bro. And if the firmament is real, it's around us. And it's you gotta go outer space to go to that. You gotta go outer space. You can't just walk up and touch it. Because if what you're saying is true, you can just walk up and touch the firmament. If you fly deep enough in Antarctica, you can walk up and touch the firmament, right? Can't you touch it? That ain't real, bro. That's not real. The firmament, man, the Earth is fucking round. Everybody knows it, okay? And that's just that on that.
It is
The
one
Earth is
video of a rocket getting sent up by some local average farming people. They try to send it out to space, and it hit a dome. You hear a doom, and it stopped.
No, I'm not talking about
I
hitting no
showed you that
dome. I'm
video a
talking
long
about.
time ago.
I know. I'm talking about going to Antarctica and touching the firmament. That's what I'm talking about. You can't. That don't exist. That's not real. You should be able to take a picture. If the firmament was real, you should be able to walk up on it and touch it, right? If the Earth is flat.
We will have to understand the long-standing Antarctic Treaty, a document signed in 1959 by multiple countries, which strictly limits who can explore this icy continent and what they can do there. The treaty was ostensibly created to promote scientific research and prevent military activity, but some believe these forbidden exploration policies have a much darker purpose, claiming these restrictions are in place to prevent us from discovering something that would challenge our current understanding of the world. To answer that question,
That's a picture of Antarctica.
we will have to understand the long-standing Antarctic Treaty, a document signed in 1959 by
1959. By multiple countries. By the exploration of Antarctica. And yes,
multiple
in this
countries,
picture,
which strictly limits who can explore this icy continent and what they can do there. The treaty was ostensibly created to promote scientific research and prevent military activity.
as you see, they are trying to build what? Land and property and roads onto Antarctica.
But some believe these forbidden exploration policies have a much darker purpose, claiming these restrictions are in place to prevent us from discovering something that would challenge our current.
That's been in play for a very long time. Like I get it and I understand like to always know that the earth was round and try to soak in that the earth is flat in 2 hours is I don't expect that to ever happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But these are the proof, these are the proof that we have out here that lets us know that the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Then
not
when
no
we do
proof.
I yet again
You
I
never.
understand how it's not enough proof to prove to you. I get it, sir.
Then that was not no proof to prove that the Earth was flat. Just because they said they had a treaty of limiting people that could go to Antarctica
No,
because of like military
this
shit
was
like
just talking about because you was talking about going to the firmament, and I was telling you we got to go to Antarctica, and I was trying to explain to you that we're not able to go to Antarctica because of that peace treaty because we'll get locked up. Now, if you want to go get locked up to try to prove my point, let's go. But I told you in the beginning, I warned you, and you didn't believe me. You thought I was lying. I was like, okay, so we went. So when we get locked up, you're like, well, okay, we locked up.
it never said that you. Who's gonna lock you up, though? You don't think the America could go over there? If America wanted to go over there and touch the firmament, you don't think we could do that? Who the fuck gonna lock up Donald Trump if he wanted to go do that? Like, oh, let's go find out what's in Antarctica. Let's go touch the firmament.
Donald,
Ain't nobody gonna lock.
no,
Can't
I
nobody stop
no,
him
I
from.
think Donald Trump understands that he can't alone by himself just get up one day and say, I want to go to Antarctica. No. He knows that he would have to sit down with all the world leaders that's a
Why,
part
bro?
of
Why is this a secret, bro? Why are they doing all that? If what you're saying is true, which is bullshit, why do they have to do all that to go to? What the fuck is they hiding at the firmament
I
for
don't
everybody
know.
to do?
Because okay, yet again,
Y'all just making shit
if
up.
that is true, hold
Pissing
on,
me
listen
off.
to me. Please listen to me. Listen to me, please. Because if that is true, a lot of people will have to believe in Christianity. That means everything else that other people believe, like Muslim, Catholics, Buddhism, all that stuff, will be wiped out. That means the Bible is true because it's like the golden proof. Like Christianity would take over the world. And right now,
So
what's
they
taking over the
wanna,
world right now? Catholics taking over the world. A little bit of Muslim, but Catholic
man.
is really like run the world for real when it comes to the religion part.
But none of this shit is real, bro. What you saying, bro?
I get,
That ain't what's going. That ain't what's
huh?
going on, bro. That's not what's going on. That's not what's going on, bro.
So there's no religion war going
That's
on.
that's that's like a conspiracy theory. Those are conspiracies. Those are called conspiracy theories, bro. When you
You
believe
make
all
up
that type of stuff,
you.
when you
That's
believe in
because
all that
yet
type of stuff
again,
that you
that's
don't got
because
no proof of,
you're not into stuff like that. You don't have. I get
I
it. So yet
used to
again,
be into a lot of conspiracy theories, but you
what?
gotta the thing is I used to be I used to
What
be
part did I say is a conspiracy theorist?
well that the earth is flat is a conspiracy theory.
Okay, what's the other one?
Uh, that they're all coming together. They don't want us to go to the firmament.
I didn't say that at all.
You did say that, bro.
You know that, right? I said they
I
don't want you to
said,
go to
well, can't
Antarctica.
we go walk? Okay, why? You said because it's protecting us from the firmament. Let's go to the firmament.
I did not say that. I said because you cannot go to Antarctica.
Why? Why can't
If
we
they
go to
protecting us from the
Antarctica?
firmament, I don't know what they got going on over there. I just know you can't go to Antarctica. I know you got to go past Antarctica.
Well, listen, all that is conspiracy theory.
And yet again, okay, that's what you
You
can
feel me?
say, and that's what you can believe. You have every right
Yeah.
to believe in that. You have every right to
Uh-uh.
call it bullshit.
And the
Or
only
whatever you
reason
want to
why
call it.
it is a conspiracy theory is because you can't prove what you're saying is true.
I just proved it
You
because
got
it's the
you got to
Bible.
be
You
like,
said
all
you
right,
believe the
look, this.
Bible. That should be facts enough right there because you
But the
believe in the
Bible don't
Bible
say the
and it's in
Earth
the
was
Bible.
flat though.
What does it say in the Bible?
It don't say it's flat.
What does it say in the Bible?
You tell me. You don't
Ah,
want to say
I
it.
know. I know. As soon as you hop off here, you finna go look that up real fast, real quick,
I
real quick, real fast. I
already
get it.
looked
I
that
get
up.
it.
We already went over this. You don't remember us looking that up before?
Sir, I know you didn't look it up, and I do remember
No,
us going over.
me and you literally looked it up already. And then
You
you was
did
telling
not,
me about the firmament. That
and we
wasn't
did
you.
not look it up at all.
Matter of
And I,
fact, you know what? That might have been somebody else, bro. My bad. But I did look it up. They was telling me the same shit you telling me. It was like the firmament. We looked up the scripture and everything. And I was like, it still don't say that the earth is flat.
it
They
says
talk
it.
about a
So you think
firmament
there's a
around the
okay?
earth.
So do you think there's a dome over the Earth, maybe over the
No,
round
no,
ball Earth as a
no, I
firmament?
just no, I just believe like there's the earth and then there's different like levels to like the atmosphere. Like you got the stratosphere, you got the other different levels to where maybe one is kind of like a dome and it is kind of protecting us from different shit from outer space. So we do probably have a dome around us, which is the firmament, but if we still like in a circle, we still on like a dome. We might have a dome around us protecting us from shit because we ain't been getting hit by nothing. We ain't been getting hit by no meteorites. You ain't got our fucking cities ain't been. Nobody got hit by a meteorite. Nobody. So we probably got a dome around us, a firmament around us, but that don't mean the Earth is flat because we got a
So
firmament.
yet
That's
again,
all.
so you think that instead of it being like a hemisphere, is like the firmament might be the hemisphere, the one of
Exactly.
the levels,
And it's protecting us like that. Yep.
and it's protecting us like that.
Yep. And the reason why you talk about the plane flying up and it's hitting the firmament because you could probably fly up and hit that bitch, but you can't walk up and touch it with your hand. Because if the earth was flat, that means we should be able to walk up and touch it with our hand if the earth is flat.
But if can't nobody go to the part wherever the firmament is at,
Yes,
maybe
people
that's the
can. You
reason.
don't think America could do that? Donald Trump could do that if he wanted to. Russia could do that. Who gonna stop Russia from going over there? Yes, they can
But
do that.
okay, so
But
okay, the next
nobody has
question,
ever done that because it's
because
not
who wants to
real.
do that?
Nigga, if y'all saying that there's a firmament or dome around us, you don't
But
think
but
nobody
see,
want to know?
flat Earth, we're telling you,
Y'all
the reason why
bullshitting.
we can't go do that. You don't want to accept the reason why we can't do it. You say it's a load of BS. So yet again, we can't prove what you want to get proved because yet again, we can't go where we want to go to explore because we can't explore it. It's against the law.
Exactly. Exactly. So exactly. So
Okay.
that's what makes it BS because y'all can't even do what y'all saying is real. So if y'all was to actually, if somebody was to actually go to the firmament, that snuck in the firmament, got in the airplane, Mr. Beast or some shit like that, somebody with some hella dough, and went to the firmament and showed like this is hey world with this real firmament, I could touch it, it's right here. Then I'm like, damn, but y'all can't.
Because I don't think it's worth getting locked up that bad over it.
Bro,
Or
niggas get
whatever.
locked up for way worse shit than that.
Yet again, I don't think it's worth it because yet again, we're not talking about getting locked up over here in America for going over in a whole nother continent to do
Get
something
locked
that's
up in
illegal.
Antarctica.
Huh?
Get locked up in Antarctica, right?
Okay, do you want to I'm not, yet again, I'm not sure. I have no proof about this, but I don't even want to get locked up in an Antarctica jail. I don't even want to think about what an Antarctica jail may look like.
Ain't one,
So,
bruh. There is not one.
so yet again, I don't know which country you will be going to get locked
That's
up
why.
over
That's
there. I
why
don't
I
even
said
want
it's
to.
fake. What you saying? You can't
It's
get
not
locked
fake.
up.
So, all right, when you want to plan a trip, I'll pay for it. So when you want to go, come on.
I don't know, bro. But I actually got to slide up out of here, bro. I'm gonna have to tap in.
So when you want to go to Antarctica, now you want to leave.
I don't know, bro. Send me a video of somebody touching the firmament, and then
Nah,
I'll.
we gonna go. We finna go get locked up in
I'm
Antarctica because you
cool.
want to go
You
touch the
gonna
firmament.
go.
You
You
want to be in the
believe the
cold
Earth
and the
is flat,
snow.
so you need to go.
Let's go.
You need to go to the end of the Earth because
But
you
I
think
need
it's
your
flat.
help. I know. I'm trying to prove to you, so you should come with me.
Now you better ask your bitch for some help. Hey man, I gotta get up out of here, bro. So I'm gonna holler at you another time, man. 7 days. We out.
Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, I would understand and I do respect people's understanding that in 2 hours it's hard to convince somebody that the earth is flat, that believes that the earth is round. And if you believe that the earth is round, yet again, a normal conversation, an easy explanation of how it's round and why it's round and what makes you think that it's round should be easily put out there. And like you said, oh, they took pictures of it earlier, but yet again, nobody's went to Earth up there, took a picture of the whole Earth. That has not happened. I wonder why it hasn't happened. You questions. I just showed a video earlier of simple flight patterns where the guy was talking about different hours to going out of location, out of the way. It doesn't make sense. So people, y'all gotta understand and explain to me like what would make sense to go out of your way on emergency landing. Emergency landing. Why would you go 2 to 300? Oh, okay, 1,000 miles out the way for emergency landing. If we got emergency on the plane, I'm trying to hurry and get down and help whoever's on my plane. And then they call it an airplane. They don't call it an air round because of the level. And then the other video, which I cut short, is of a horizon that's computerized on every electronical airplane gadget out there. But yet again, it doesn't have no fold, no dip, none of that. It's a straight. It goes straight. It's always straight. But I get it. I understand. Y'all, and I do apologize. The camera's not on. I do not know what's going on. You know me. I always have some technical difficulties, but I haven't been on for a while. I do appreciate it. James coming through. 7 days coming through. Miss Cena Marie coming through. Appreciate everybody coming through. Hopefully we'll be doing this again. Have many more days to come back with more shows, more things to talk about. Hey, first day where I did not talk about politics. Look at that. Yay. Tomorrow, if I go live, which hopefully I can, I will definitely bring up cop cam views and stuff like that. I appreciate it. Stay safe in these TikTok streets. Please stay safe in these TikTok streets. Until next time, we out. Peace.